Well, it's Friday. And
It's Friday.
Friday! And the band is back together and the Sunny TV Clubhouse, baby.
Hey, and look who's here. It's Ixiim.
Yay! Oh, I love our Fridays together. It really is a magical time to be here at Sunny TV. And of course, we have the queen of the Sunny snack scene over here is Melanie. Hello, good morning.
Yay.
Yes. But welcome to the show that refuses to sip life quietly. Yes! Today we are serving culture, chaos, community, and some cello solos that will rearrange your emotional future. I'm looking at the script kind of confusing. It's like, I don't even know what I'm talking about there. But we'll get into it.
Hello.
We are diving into big conversations about justice and renewal, and we are tackling coffee controversies that somehow shook the moral framework of civilization. We have theater giving deliciously savage this time, and we have young artists about to light up a full symphony stage. That's right, somewhere in Florida, a goat has entered the chat for Sunshine Shenanigans.
Yes.
But before we get into all that and unpack this, we got to say hello to the queen of the sunny scene. Mel, what's on the sunny sundial today?
Well, my oldest stepdaughter, Morgan, her two friends are visiting, so I am making homemade baked ziti and meatballs tonight because they want Italian food.
Oh,
Wait
so
a minute, it's Lent.
That's
Listen,
right.
you know what? With the Lent,
What are you giving up, Miss Holier Than Thou?
Oh, I got to think about it. I'll let you know before the show's over. But we've got a powerhouse lineup today. Every day's a powerhouse lineup. We're talking about Limelight Theater's God of Carnage, where polite parents turn primal real fast.
Big shout out to my friend Kathy O'Brien in that show. We'll get into that one. That's an awesome.
We're spotlighting a rising star with the St. Augustine Orchestra, who's about to bring Elgar Cello's concerto to life in a way that will give you goosebumps in formal wear. And yes, we're unpacking a coffee sign debate that has people clutching their pearls and their espresso cups, and I have a lot to say about this.
Yeah, we're ready for that one. Ready for that one. Plus, the Sunshine Shenanigans story. Like I said, a goat is involved in this story, but it also involves a breakup, a Craigslist listing. It's pretty chaotic and pretty iconic, of course.
Oh my gosh, Craigslist listings. Those are always.
Do you remember back in the day?
Yes, that was like the thing.
It was.
It's so sketchy. They almost look like ransom notes now when you
I
look at
never
Craigslist
had a
things,
successful
like all different
job off of Craigslist, you know?
Although, did you hear that that's how they found the jobs for Super Bowl?
Probably.
It was posted on Craigslist and people responded to it. That's how they found.
No way.
See, now there's a reason to go to Craigslist.
I'm saying.
Sorry,
I
I
can work
completely
at
took
the
us off
Super Bowl.
track.
Let's add one more job to all of our jobs, guys.
Let's go peruse Craigslist.
Thinking about it, I probably got my job from Tiffany's from Craigslist. It was a
See?
thing back in the day. It was a hub. It was like
a
jobs.com
secret
and like,
thing.
that was it.
So anyhow, I digress. Sorry.
That's Friday.
Today on Inspo with Ixiim, I'm back. I'm alive, you guys. It was rough this week.
Yes,
But
you
today,
said.
I'm here. We rallied through. We're going to be diving into renewal, responsibility, and some radical love. We're going to unpack Lunar New Year, see my outfit, decor. We're not just the fireworks, but the actual intention behind the day. We're also going to honor today, which is World Day of Justice, social justice, asking who's being left behind and how we show up with presents. And we're also going to celebrate our favorite National Love Your Pet Day,
That's
which is
right.
like every day.
Isn't every day love your pet day?
Absolutely.
It is, and we've also got a wild local lounge story that proves cocktails and chaos are not a personality
Oh,
trait.
yeah, something went down at Trade Winds, y'all.
I love trade wins.
Something always goes down.
True. It gives it.
Seriously. And we're also going to talk about a national good news story about a loyal dog whose devotion literally changed the law.
And you're not going to be emotionally prepared for this one, but I will go into this one slowly. But apparently, there's a big shakeup with Reese's peanut butter. America, you are not emotionally prepared for this. I promise you. Yep.
I love Reese's.
Oh, get ready.
Okay, I'm going to have to prepare myself for this.
The family got in on this one too.
So if they're changing, it might make us think, like, what we might ask ourselves, what do we actually hold on to, and what are we willing to let evolve?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe I found my Lent thing right now.
Gosh.
Yeah.
And playlist lovers, we've got a throwback, throwdown Sunshine Anthem.
Okay.
And we've got my dear marvelous Mel solving spontaneous relationship dramas Mel's way.
Oh my gosh, we got you, Sunnies. We got to be ready to stir the conversation today because it's fierce,
It's fresh, it's Sunny TV.
And now a quick word from our title sponsors, the Bailey Group and Steve Chapman's All American Air. Be ready for anything with the Bailey Group, an NFP company. Life is full of unexpected moments. Whether it's securing your family's future, protecting your business, or planning for individual wealth, the Bailey Group is here to guide you every single step of the way. Since 1954, the Bailey Group has been a trusted cornerstone of the St. Augustine community. Under the leadership of President Mark Bailey, they've grown from a local agency into a nationally recognized firm, offering tailored solutions for individuals, families, and businesses, with a focus on individual health and life insurance, Medicare solutions, group insurance, and property and casualty commercial coverage. The Bailey Group combines cutting-edge technology, strategic partnerships, and personalized service to deliver the peace of mind you deserve. Give them a call today, 904-461-1800.
Hi, I'm Steve Chapman, owner of All American Air Conditioning and Heating. For over 40 years, we've been serving St. Augustine and the surrounding areas. We're the largest HVAC dealer in St. Johns County, providing high-quality service and products. With courteous technicians responding to your HVAC needs, our expertise will give you confidence in your investment. Family-owned All American Air Conditioning, voted Best of St. Augustine for more than 20 years running.
So, Mel, we really got to get into this weather report because it's really nice outside.
Okay, are you guys ready for some weather? Whether or not, here I come. See what I did there? All right, you guys, today is going to be a high of 86.
Wow.
Yes, no rain in the forecast and winds gusts of 22 miles per hour. Get outside, take your dogs on a walk, do the things. And tonight, guys, it's going to drop down to trackpad work with me.
Drop it like it's hot.
63 degrees. So, guys, you aren't going to be playing outside.
It's
Can you believe this is February?
But you know what?
It's beautiful.
My sister got like a foot of snow yesterday.
Ew,
She's
yeah.
like
can have
shoveling her
that.
driveway.
Yeah, we were seeing some of our
Yeah.
northwestern sunnies out there. They were like, "Yeah, we're sitting in snow
So,
right now."
how about this? How about, I just lost my train of thought.
How
Shocker.
it's going to be super cold, so we've got to
Next
enjoy
week,
this because
I
we're getting a
know.
cold snap coming up soon.
All right, well, next up we have Details by Dean.
Details by Dean.com.
In 1962, America orbits Earth. John Glenn became the first American to orbit Earth aboard the spacecraft Friendship 7.
Friendship.
He circled the planet 3 times in nearly 5 hours.
Three
But
times.
the whole country basically held its breath.
Breath.
In 1872, the Metropolitan Museum of Art opens. It officially opened in New York City. Today, it houses over 2 million works of art.
2 million.
And 1938. Oh, that's Ixiim.
That's me. Buffy before Buffy. Sandy Duncan was born on this day. Broadway royalty, television staple, a performer who radiated pure stage light. Also born today, Cindy Crawford in 1966.
House.
The original.
She was born in 1966.
Yeah,
she looks phenomenal.
You better get yourself some meaningful
Do you
beauty.
realize that means she is 60 years old today?
Wow.
How
Happy
is this
birthday.
possible?
She
She's gorgeous.
literally stopped time. She
I
looks
know.
incredible.
She's amazing, and her
Rooms
daughter
to
is gorgeous
go.
too.
I mean,
Guys,
whatever.
That's because she's got that meaningful beauty skincare
Is that what
line
it
now.
is? Is that her skincare?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. One night it was on an infomercial up late, and I was up late. I woke up and I'm like, I need
you
that.
did
I
that.
ordered
You bought it. You bought
So
it.
was it good? You look good.
Yeah, I don't use it.
Oh.
It kind of dried my skin up, but there was a serum that had the melon extract in it. Because if you watch the infomercial, she talks about the
she
melon.
got sucked in, Mel. You must have been half asleep
I
or
did.
something.
The melon. What?
Also, melon. Yeah,
Look it up.
it's
I'm
a
today
it's a
years
whole
old.
thing.
Okay.
Sylvia Brown started a star party. Boop, boop, boop.
Hey, I'll join
Who
in
else
on
Also,
that.
by the
birthday?
way, Rihanna's birthday today.
and-
So I know you don't like, but she's a bajillionaire.
I love
so,
Rihanna.
But
Yeah.
Jillian.
Also in 1909, the NAACP was incorporated in New York. So this is the founding day of the NAACP. So that's also pretty cool.
Very cool.
And happy birthday to the jazz singer himself. Sidney Poitier was born.
Yep.
Trailblazer, first black man to win an Academy Award for Best Actor, Dignity in Human Form.
Did you guys know in 1998 the Legend of Zelda came
my
out
God.
today?
Burr,
This,
burr, burr.
I love
this was I was a big Legend of
Nintendo.
Zelda
Yeah,
fan.
same
Nintendo,
here.
yeah,
Yes.
that's so fun.
Yeah,
I love
so
that.
fun.
So much fun, just like this insane music report, and it should be because now local musicians can really perform tonight in this beautiful weather. So
Yeah.
strum it, drum it, hum it down, Sundays. It's time for the local music report to make you proud on this Friday, February 20th. Oh, here she is. Zaza Flamenca, baby. La Cocina at the Cellar upstairs at 1 o'clock. Heather Craig at Tradewinds Lounge at 1. Matt Still
Pinter Paws.
at Meehan's at 1. Paper City Hustlers at Concourse Marina Resort at 4. John Q at the Milltop Tavern at 4:30. Gary Lee Wingard at the National Shrine of Our Lady de la Leche Mission. That's obviously for the CPS Festival. I'm like,
my God.
what is going on over there? Nombre de Dios at 5 o'clock. Denny Blue at the Guy Harvey Resort at 5. Ollie Twist, Marina Munch, 5. David Watt Betsley, the Tides Oyster Company at 5. Sue Seymour Westcott, she's going to be there with David Watt Betsley at 5. Mark Hart, Tradewinds Lounge at 5. The 2026 Cathedral Festival at the National Shrine of Our Lady of La Leche at Mission Nombre de Dios, 5
More
o'clock.
words. We need more
Lots of
words,
words.
there.
Basically, a lot going on there. It's very Spanish. Old City Bros, Funkadelic Food Shack at 6 o'clock. Eddie Pick at Mellow Mushroom at 6. Jesse Cruz at Mellow Mushroom. I'm saying this over at St. John's at 6. Zaza Flamenca on a world tour tonight. She's at Prohibition Kitchen, kicking it off at 6 o'clock p.m. Brittany Mueller at National Shrine of Our Lady de la Leche, Mission Nombre de Dios, 6:15. Don't be late. And Jazz at the Lincolnville Museum. Myrna Clayton at Lincolnville Museum and Cultural Center at 7. Heather Craig comes back at Meehan's at 7. Miriam Morelli, she'll be at Mellow Mushroom Mirabella at 7 o'clock. Brothers Futch, that's what I said. Arnold's Lounge at 7 o'clock. Those guys are playing at the National Shrine of Our Lady de la Leche at Mission en Nombre de Dios at 7:30 p.m. Nico Moon.
Oh, cute.
This was a Brian Clark favorite. Nico Moon and his little Jacksonville friends that never speak to me ever again. Nico Moon, Ponte Vedra
Me neither,
Concert
don't
Hall.
feel bad.
I just was like, okay, I guess I'm going out in the breeze. 8 o'clock. Not cool for the Jacksonville kids. I said what I said. Remedy Tree, Cafe 11, airing out my grievances at 8 o'clock. Kevin Edwards at Ann O'Malley's. Oh, we love Ann O'Malley's. 8 o'clock. Ashley Esteves at Tradewinds Lounge at 8:30. Bad Dog Mama. Barley Republic Irish Pub. If you don't go, you need to go. They have the
You
amazing.
don't go, you need to go.
Yeah, that's it. Something like that. You need to go. 9 o'clock p.m. Contact Buzz.
If you know, you know. But
Basically, what happens on Fridays in here, Contact Buzz, Tradewinds Lounge at 9, finishing out 2 more. John Q at the Milltop Tavern at 9 p.m. And finishing out tonight, they don't care about a noise ordinance, 10 o'clock at Prohibition Kitchen, Cholula.
Woo! And by the way, thank you, Sylvia Brown, for helping us achieve our star party.
We haven't had a star party in a long time. That's so
Miss Sylvia
exciting.
put us over the edge.
Thanks, Boo.
Love it.
That's so sweet.
You know what else is sweet?
Great expectations. That's where we meet.
No.
People are looking for a company, I want people to have great expectations. We are a small family-owned brokerage. What that means is you get really personalized service and everything is very hands-on. You're not just getting tossed onto the MLS and crossing our fingers. We're very aggressive with our marketing. We're excellent with communication. We have a lot of amazing relationships in the community, so you're getting the advantages of all of those things.
All right. Well, it's Friday. That's right, because it's Inspo with the Ixiim Day. I'm really excited about this chat we're going to
Yes.
have today.
Yes, there's all kinds of stuff going on today. It's February 20th, which, you know, it seems like a regular Friday, but there's a lot happening. And a lot happened this week as well. So thank you guys, by the way, for wearing your masks on Tuesday, on Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras.
We wore our masks.
Yeah, well, Davey did for a little bit. You don't
I did.
remember?
I
It's
did.
okay.
It's
It's
all
okay,
right.
Mel. We're
Well,
going to
I
forgive
think
you.
that was the day that I got run off the road by a bus and my tire
Yeah,
got
that was
blown
a
Yeah,
little
you've
scary.
had
That
a
was a little
week
scary.
too.
So I just want to just get through it.
She almost drove off a cliff. There's no cliffs in
No,
Florida.
there's no
Yeah,
cliffs here in
okay.
Florida. There's not
Yeah,
even a
I
hill.
almost did
There's
that.
not even a hill here in
No,
Florida.
it's very flat, like my ass. All right.
But
Just-
anywho, so today is February 20th, and as I said earlier, it is our World Day of Social Justice.
Okay.
It is also right in the middle of Lunar New Year, and we talked about Lunar New Year a little bit when we were talking about New Year's traditions back
Right.
in December. It is also National Love Your Pet Day. So
Oh, I mean, I feel like every day is Love My Pet Day. 'cause
I
literally-
know.
I tell my dogs all the time, when I die, I'm coming back as one of you. Because my dogs, I swear to God,
They
I
have the
think
best
they have
life.
the best life of all the
they
lives.
really do
Major.
have the best life. They really do. So I do want to start off with Lunar New Year. I'm going to kind of transition to World Day of Social Justice because I think these actually tie in really well together.
Cool.
So Lunar New Year is celebrated by, get this, almost a fourth of the world's population. Over 2 billion people around the world celebrate Lunar New Year. And there are about 8.3 billion people in the world. So if you think about it, almost a fourth of the world is celebrating this tradition.
Wow.
But now how many?
And we don't know very much about it.
No,
That's
which is interesting,
to me.
right? It's very interesting. So where I grew up in Northern California, very close to San Francisco, it is the largest Lunar New Year festival in the country. So I grew up seeing it a lot. You know, it was everywhere. I learned about it in school. They taught us to say Happy New Year in Chinese, which is Gong Hei Fat Choi. I only learned the Vietnamese version when I was living in Sacramento years ago. The Vietnamese community who made me this beautiful ao dai.
I love that.
Taught me to say Chúc Mừng Năm Mới, and that is how you say Happy New Year in Vietnamese. But there are lots of other cultures, Japanese, the Korean culture, Thai culture, Malaysian culture, that all celebrate Lunar New Year, because it was all based on before the Gregorian calendar came into being, which was brought in by Pope, I think it was Pope, hold on, I wrote this down, because I don't know this, Pope Gregory the 13th.
Oh, I was
Okay.
going to say the 12th. Thank
No.
God she said 13.
I mean, thank
In
God. I was going to
1582.
answer for her, but I
Yeah.
wanted to give her a minute.
Pope Gregory the 13th in 1582 brought forth the Gregorian calendar. And before that, there were all these other calendar systems. But if you think about it, the calendar we use today was introduced by a Catholic pope. So some countries and cultures around the world they've operated on other calendar systems. Some the lunar calendar, and in a lot of Asian cultures, what is known as the lunar solar calendar, and that's what Lunar New Year is based on. So Lunar New Year is the celebration of the first new moon of the new year. And so last Tuesday was Lunar New Year Day, and then I talked about this before. The traditions span across 15 days. So we're kind of right in the heart of all
Yeah.
the Lunar New Year celebrations. And it's a big time. I actually have a friend who just traveled back to China to be with her family. A lot of people will go back to be with their families. It's a celebration about renewal. It's a celebration about, the new moon is a sign of renewal, rebirth, new opportunities. And the new year in particular is a time to kind of clean out that old energy. So you were right, Mel, clean on Monday, but do not clean on Tuesday, because you want to
Okay.
keep all the good energy that's in there that day.
You're like, no cutting, no nothing. I was very
Yeah.
sensitive
Yeah,
about this.
so nothing that would be considered cleaning out energy. You want all that energy to be here, but you don't want bad energy. So if you ever live in a city that has a Lunar New Year celebration, I invite you to go. They're so much fun. You've seen the dragon dances, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You've seen the drummers, and there's lots of fireworks. And the reason you have all this noise and loudness,
Get the bat out.
very
Scare
good.
it away.
Very good. It's to keep all that bad energy away and to scare evil spirits away. So it's a tradition, and it's a beautiful thing to see, though.
Yeah.
Years ago, I took my cousin and goddaughter to go to the parade in San Francisco,
Oh.
and they were blown away, because it is like an hours-long parade with these amazing floats and dragon dancers and drummers, and it is just absolutely beautiful. The pageantry of it is spectacular. So it's just a very wonderful celebration.
Is there
It's-
only one celebration, or is there multiple?
There are multiple.
Okay.
So you have
Because isn't
yeah.
there a lantern one that I'm
The
thinking?
Lantern Festival, very good, Davey.
I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, so the Lantern Festival is specific to the Chinese Lunar New Year, and we say Lunar New Year as an all-encompassing New Year phrase for the Asian cultures who celebrate Lunar New Year, because there's Chinese New Year, Vietnamese New Year, they all have slightly different names. So collectively, they're known as Lunar New Year. But the Chinese festival spans across 15 days, and it starts on New Year's Eve, which was Monday. New Year's Day was Tuesday. And then it goes on for 15 days, and it finishes with the Lantern Festival, which will be March 3rd.
Oh.
And that night, you'll see all those lanterns. I'm sure you've seen images of the lanterns up in the sky
Yeah.
or on water. That is a big part of the celebration, and that is for the first full moon after the new moon of the Lunar New Year.
Oh.
So there's a reason it's 15 days. It's because the moon follows like a
cycle.
29.5. Very good. So look at this. All these things we're
That's
learning.
very cool.
Yes, and red is considered a very lucky, auspicious color, which is why you will see houses or businesses adorned in red, and why I'm wearing my red. This was my specific ao dai for Lunar New Year. And so this is a very auspicious color, as is gold. So you'll see a lot of gold things in people's houses. Some other elements that you'll see during Lunar New Year are people will put bowls of mandarins or pomelos, which are like my absolute favorite. Can't find them in Florida, but if you're in California or anywhere that has pomelos, they are phenomenal. They're
What are they?
They're very large, almost like a grapefruit, but sweet.
Oh.
And they're like green yellow, and they're like this big. They're like the size of a melon.
Cool.
And
I didn't know that. Wow.
yeah, so Phil had never had one until I took him to San Francisco, and we went to a little market in Chinatown, and he was completely blown away. But they're spectacular, and the reason they are they're supposed to be kind of like an altar and offering to your ancestors, to your loved ones, but they also symbolize wealth and abundance. So think about the size of a pomelo. Like, that's a massive one.
Yeah.
But often in businesses, like when we had branches, I used to work for a bank, and we had branches that were in predominantly Asian neighborhoods, we would have bowls of mandarins out in the office, because for those communities, they were signs of abundance, and they're just good luck tokens. Other things that you'll see are these lovely, like I brought some for you guys.
Yay.
Take one. They're gold coins, which symbolize wealth and abundance as well.
How pretty are
how
these?
beautiful.
And these ones are for the year of the fire horse, which is this
You guys,
year.
I wish you could see this.
I'm calling flashes and brilliance.
These are
It's-
right.
That's
They're like
really
these
not helping.
beautiful gold
Oh, should I do
coins.
it like they do on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah.
ASMR it.
And you put your hand behind it? Like, wait, isn't that what they do?
They do, so
This
it
is
focuses
really
on
cool.
it.
We just left the year of the snake,
Yes.
which was all about shedding, right?
Correct.
Like, if you lost some friends this year, it was all part of that whole experience of
Yeah.
just shedding the skin of some of like maybe things that were weighing you down.
Correct.
And so now, what are we in?
We are now in the year of the fire horse. So if you look on your coin, you have a horse there. I also brought a little fire horse
Oh,
to sit here in
Look
the
at
studio.
him.
He's so cute. And the reason this moves, so I was telling Davey, it's also considered good luck to invite energy in. So you want things that move. You'll often see like little wind chimes or glass things, because that's positive energy that you're attracting. So
Cool.
now we have a little fire horse who's going to sit over there next to Moon Dancer.
I love that.
Has a
Yay,
little
Moon
pal.
Dancer.
But the fire horse is about kind of big dynamic energy.
Okay.
So if you think about a horse was always in the Chinese zodiac is about progress, about forward motion. With fire, the element that's attached to it, it's also about really dynamic motion. It's about dynamic change. It's really a year about taking big, courageous steps and courageous leaps. If you talk to people who really are into Chinese astrology, they will say that last year's wood snake was a great precursor to lead into this year, because the wood snake, the snake, as you mentioned, was about shedding things. Remember, snakes don't die. They shed what no longer serves them.
Right.
They shed the skin that no longer
Oh.
serves them, and they kind of move into a new, evolved
Boy,
version of
isn't that the
themselves.
truth.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you think about that, shedding all the things that no longer served us, and then moving into this year about big, courageous energy, big leaps, taking steps forward, using your voice, being courageous, pursuing your passions. That's really what the year of the fire horse
How
is about.
beautiful.
And I think you can see more and more people are really kind of awakening to the energy that they have, the power that they have within. More and more people are becoming comfortable using their voices. And so you're already starting to see elements of this energy kind of popping up. The other thing that's kind of interesting about this year and why it's an especially energetic year is that in the lunar solar calendar, there are 12 months in a year, because the moon rotates, 29.6 days. So there's 12 months. But every year, every couple of years, 2 to 3 years, they have to add an additional month. Where we add an additional day every 4 years, our leap years, in the lunar solar calendars, you have a leap month. Because our calendars differ between like our standard calendar, a solar calendar, and a lunar calendar by about 11 days.
What's
So
the
every
extra month called?
So it's called a ghost month.
Oh.
And this year, that ghost month will come sometime in the summer. So any year that you have an extra month, it's considered a very auspicious year, and the energy of that year is even stronger. So
Whoa.
we're in a fire horse year, and sometime mid-year, the lunar calendar will be adding an additional month. So it's even like more energetically. This is considered a very, very auspicious year.
Interesting.
So lots of
Interesting.
action. People who look at the astrology say that this is really going to be a big year for innovation, for social consciousness, for radical changes, for
God, do we need it.
inspiring leadership. So it's like a very energetic year. So if you look,
So,
it's very
our
hopeful.
calendar is basically dictated by the seasons. And so
Correct.
you're saying that this is not the case with the
Theirs
lunar.
is dictated by the celestial bodies. So
Interesting.
the moon and the sun, not just the sun, not just the moon, but both together.
The harmony of each.
The harmony of both. So
Wow.
yeah, so it's their calendar system has been around for years, centuries, right? So there's a reason behind all of these, and it's very special. And I was sharing Sunny's earlier that I looked up Davy and Mel's astrological signs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm a fire snake.
Okay,
because
tell us
I was
about
born
it.
in 1977. So I have a little chart here. So if you-
Flaming snake.
so
Gosh.
Sonnies, if you do not know yet your element, a lot of us may know our Chinese zodiacs. I know I learned about mine in school. Again, growing up in California.
I'm
I
a
don't know if
chicken.
everybody does that. You are a chicken, Mel. You are a rooster.
Cock.
So,
Well, that's what they're called.
Davey's a goat. But so here's how you find out what your element is. If the year you were born ends in a 0 or a 1, you are a metal. If it ends in a 2 or 3, you are water. If it ends in 4 or 5, you are wood. If it ends in 6 or 7, you're fire. And if it ends in 8 or 9, you are earth.
okay.
So
Earth.
that makes you an earth
I
goat.
feel like I was like Captain Planet. Wind, water, fire.
Yeah, so that makes
Alright,
you an
so
earth
tell
goat,
us all
and
of
you are
our
a
things.
metal rooster.
I'm
Mel.
an earth goat, ho.
I'm a metal rooster, bitches.
It shows.
And,
Alright,
okay, so
what are
the
you?
funny
Tell us
thing
you.
is, the funny thing is, as I was looking up, like, what are the personality traits of an earth goat and a metal rooster, and it said, like, for Davey, that he is very much the heart. He's about human connection. He's very good at connecting with people and listening. He's like the empath. And then it said Mel is known for being a great debater and very much tell it like it is,
Yeah.
That's right.
which I thought was
That's
really
how
funny
I
because it was
rock
like
steady.
so
Quick to
spot
check
on.
a bitch.
It was so spot on.
Yes.
And it was
Wait,
just
what's
really kind of
yours?
funny.
Oh my God, Patty Capshire, a metal rat.
She's a metal rat.
That is
Yay!
awesome.
Woo-wee.
Dude,
Okay.
you need to start a band with that,
Yeah,
Patty. That's
metal
awesome.
rat.
Now, Patty, being the rat, you are the very first sign of the Chinese zodiac.
Oh.
And so I was sharing also with Davey and Mel earlier, the way the animals were selected, the order that they were selected is that the Chinese myth or the Asian myth is that there were these 12 animals that I think it was the Jade God had said he'd instructed them to race across the river. And the first animal to make it across the other side, that's how they would determine like the order of these rankings of animals.
So how
And
did Patty get across there?
So
quick?
the rat rode on the back of the oxen.
Ah, smart.
Wow.
And as soon as it got close to land,
It
it
jumped
jumped
off?
off the oxen's back.
Dirty
and so it was-
birdie. She won that
Patty, you are
So the
Patty,
rat.
are
Oh,
you?
maybe that's why they call it a rat, because a rat is like usually sneaky. Remember Templeton from what movie was that?
Oh, Secret of Nymph.
Yes, yeah. Maybe no. I don't remember.
Templeton the rat. Does anybody out there know it's a Disney movie?
Who
Templeton
knows?
the rat.
But it
Dopey.
says that the rat is known for being very like strategic
Oh,
and kind of
Patty.
like they're very
Five O'Clock West?
Maya is a
metal monkey.
Metal monkey.
I have all the animals here, and I'll have to. I also brought this book in, Sunny. So if you
Vicky's
guys need
the
to learn
horse.
more, it is the Child's Guide to the Chinese Zodiac. I brought it from Melanie.
Baby, Thunderdome quiz so you can get an answer.
Patty said I escaped the third rail.
But so the rat was like the first one. The oxen was next, and all the other the order of the animals goes in line after that. And the ones I think are the most funny are like the dog, and I think the dog is such a cute one. It's like second to last.
Okay.
Because it got distracted by the water and started playing in the water.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot
Which
of
I
sense.
thought was
Yeah.
really funny. And then the pig was the very last because it stopped to eat and take a nap. So they're known
That's
as being
me.
the very gentle
Oh.
sign of the zodiac. But
And
it is a
hungry.
very beautiful celebration, and it's rich in history, rich in traditions. One of the other things that I think is a really cool element, I also
Charlotte's Web. Thank you, Aaron.
Oh, that's what it was. So during the Lunar New Year celebrations, you'll see these passed out from family members. Now, elder family members give these to children and unmarried adults. And what they do is they put money in them. And so over the course of these, 15 days, for the first 7 days, you're supposed to go visit various family members, and each of the elder family members would give each child their own envelope full of
Mom,
money.
where's my envelope?
These are called hongbao. It's considered a very lucky thing. So you put your money in here, and these are for the fire horse.
So it's red for good luck?
Red for good
I
luck.
thought it was prosperity. Interesting.
Yep,
Okay.
good luck and prosperity, and then you put money in it. So you're like almost like this is an intention for that person for the year.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ixiim.
Very, very big. These red envelopes are like a huge deal. We used to give them out at the
they're
bank I used to
beautiful.
work at.
Ixiim, you got a message.
Yes.
Hi, Tia Ixiim.
Aw.
It's say the last name.
Nayeli. Hi,
Nayeli.
Nayeli.
Oh,
Good to see
I love that.
you. She's my cousin's daughter.
Oh,
she's
so
my, so she's my
special.
niece. That's what we call her.
So
but,
sweet.
So these are very, very special things as well. And like and I always think it's such a cool tradition that the elders are taking care of their young ones by giving them this. But also the young ones are supposed to go to their elders' houses and take care of them and feed them and have these big meals. It's really just a beautiful celebration around family, renewal, new energy, and then all the history behind it. It's just really super special. So
I love
think
that.
it's great. And then to tie that in with World Day of Social Justice, if we're talking about the year of the fire horse, this year of energy, energetic movement, energetic progress, and innovation, you think about how that ties into social justice. Now, where this day came from is in 2007, the United Nations got together and they decided they wanted to have a day to focus on the efforts of social justice. They'd been talking about it since 1995. Over 100 world leaders were part of this discussion. And in 2007, they decided, by a vote, to have this proclamation that there'd be a World Day of Social Justice on February 20th every year.
That's
and
amazing.
that was to counteract things like poverty, education, or, imbalances in education, unemployment in certain parts of the world.
Basically, they would get together to assess the world's greatest needs.
Yes.
In like concentrated areas.
Correct.
Cool.
And it wasn't so, if you think about what this is, it's the World Day of Social Justice. This is around the world. Countries around the world today are making concerted efforts about how to bridge the gap in inequalities, how to bridge education gaps. The digital divide is actually a big one, and a lot of countries are trying to figure out ways that they can bring up their entire population to have the same access to things. It's really about a day where the goal is to bridge gaps, to ensure that every human being has the same access and opportunities, so that we all have the right to flourish as we see fit. So we have the right to grow into the people we want to be. We have the support, the resources, and the opportunities to do that. Such a beautiful message.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
really
that.
a beautiful message. And this year there is a theme. Every year there's a theme. And
Okay.
this year it's empowering inclusion, bridging gaps for social justice.
I love it.
And we talk about this a lot, Sunny, is that taking change or making change doesn't have to be a big, grand gesture. On days like World Day of Social Justice, we also had a National Volunteering Day the other day we talked about. These days, you don't have to go out and do a big production. Social justice starts with each of us. It starts with us first being aware of our communities, the people around us, different experiences that we may have. It's opening our eyes to the broader community, to the broader world, and understanding that we are all interconnected. We are all one humanity, right? The first is awareness, and then looking at it from a lens of empathy and understanding, asking questions, seeking to understand, educating yourself on issues that are important in your community, for example. And then things that you can do are, we've talked about this a lot, supporting local organizations who are doing the work to bridge these gaps, to bring forth opportunities. Go out and support local businesses who might be underrepresented or not getting the same type of attention as perhaps big box businesses. Being kind to your neighbor, that's actually a really simple thing. I heard a quote about World Day of Social Justice, that World Day of Social Justice, or social justice in general, is simply loving your neighbor at scale. Right? It's doing kindness for others, looking beyond yourself, but really seeking to understand how you as a person can help bridge the gap. It's listening, it's learning, it's understanding. That's why I have to say, I love, Davey, that you have invited me on this show to be part of these Friday segments, to share, to bring awareness to other cultures, other situations, other things
Yeah.
around the world. I think it's such a beautiful thing that we get to do. And in a sense, that is our way of making a difference around social justice. It's bringing awareness to people who may not have known. I mean, the fact that I grew up in California, I was very fortunate that I learned about Lunar New Year, for example, but I know not everyone
I
has
didn't
access,
really know
right?
the deep dive into
I
it
didn't
until,
know it
yeah.
either. This was so cool learning
Yeah.
the deep dive.
But I really want to dive into the word justice, because I really feel like the word justice sometimes comes off as like a punishment.
Yes.
And it really is more of a restoration.
Correct.
So I really want to dive into that.
I agree. I think over years, the word justice became more about punishment. It became more about, we're going to seek justice, which was more about crimes and punishment.
Right,
Versus
right.
the real term justice is about fairness, balance. You think about the scales of justice, it's two scales, and they're evenly balanced. Like, that is what justice really is. It's
Basically
about,
organizing our love missions
correct,
in life.
Correct. It's about equality. It's about inclusion. It's about awareness. It's about empathy. It's about doing what we can, one small step that each of us can do to make a difference in the broader humanity. Like, that's really what social justice is.
Love
I
that.
love
that.
I love that. This is really important, and now I'm really going to focus every February 20th
Yeah.
on how special this day is for this entire world. I think
Yeah.
that's amazing.
I think it's really beautiful. I think it's a great mission, a great purpose, and it really is something that each of us can do in our own lives. So, Sunnies, we always have we always like to, challenge you to do something. So today, do something to help make a difference in your own small communities, whether that is doing something for your neighbor, whether it's learning about what causes are important in your neighborhood, whether it's simply asking a friend of yours to share with you their experience to help understand and start bridging gaps. Those are all simple little things we can do. Because could you imagine what the world would look like if every single person took one small step towards social justice? It would absolutely be
The
Exactly.
ripple effect of
Right?
change right there.
Right? So finally, last thing, the fun little thing, it is National Day of Love Your Pet Day. So, I mean, come on.
Though every day is Love Your Pet Day.
Daisy and Luna, they got it made in the Hardin household. Let me tell you
Yes.
something.
Our pets are really our heart, and today is the day to talk about that human and animal connection. And it's funny, we just talked about the animal connection with the Chinese zodiac and Lunar New Year, but the animal connection in each of our lives, it is such an important part that our pets play in our lives. They're not just four-legged creatures. They're not just, things that we tend to. They really do represent connection with the whole world. Like, if you think about it, the fact that humans and animals can have this kind of bond is a really beautiful thing. So today is a day about celebrating that human and animal connection. The fact that we, as humans, like, we are the only other mammal that actually has another animal as a companion in the same way. So, today, go hug your babies.
Yes.
Give them an extra snuggle, give them an extra walk, give them an extra treat.
No, they get enough
If they
treats.
get too many treats, no, but
Well, I have to make Frosty Paws today.
Oh, yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
very excited that Dad has to make Frosty Paws, and that's
yeah,
their
Jojo
thing.
and Chimali are going to get a little extra snuggle time today.
Yeah,
And they'll get a
I
little
got-
extra time with the
I
sunshine.
got the girls their favorite treats when I went to the Petco's yesterday.
Oh,
They're like
good.
these little letter B's, and they're made of blueberries, and they're
I've seen that.
they
Yeah.
love them. So
We don't like
that's
them,
that.
so now I know I can go to your house. That's perfect.
Give them all some milk.
Yes.
So Sunnies, love your pets because they love us, and they are truly the embodiment of unconditional love.
I mean, that's absolutely the truth,
Right?
right?
And
It
that
is.
dog that won the gold medal at the Olympics, you
Oh,
go.
I know,
Nancy.
that
love
was so
that.
cute. He got on the snow course and he's running around the
Oh
skis.
my gosh, that dog just, he
You
takes
go,
it all.
Pupper
I think
Deuce.
what's interesting too about National Pet Day too is it teaches us as humans to like really
Compassion, man.
and empathy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I think, and that is a big buzzword right now. Is humans have really lost that empathetic
Yeah.
that charm, and I think it's important that animals teach us to have empathy towards other people.
Absolutely, they really do, because you are your pet's caretaker. They
Yeah.
are trusting you to take care of them, to be looking out for their well-being.
Yeah.
Like, that is a huge thing, that if you think about it, that we are in charge of our animals' well-being. Our pets, we're in charge of making sure they get food, they have shelter, they go to the doctor, that we're tending to their health, that we're aware, because they can't speak to us, right? I mean, some of them have some
listen.
words.
Oh, mine definitely.
Actually, mine
Some
talked
of
to
them have
me.
some words. Yeah.
Luna, if you are too slow making her breakfast or her dinners, and if she runs into her, I called her dining room, it's Jim's playroom.
Oh.
'Cause they can't eat in the same room. Luna will
Oh, yeah,
attack.
yeah, I understand.
So she goes in there, and if you're going to, she'll come back out, peek around the fridge, and she goes, huh. And then she goes back in. If you're taking too long, she starts going,
taking too long,
and then Daisy gets started because Daisy learns everything from Luna.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going as fast as I can. Well, it's not fast enough.
No. Yeah. And so dogs are a great lesson, or any pets, about learning by observing and being attentive and being aware. So you're right. It is a great lesson in empathy, because we can't ask them questions, but we can certainly observe, and that's something we can translate to the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love it. All right, friends, we're going to take a quick break with Maritime Creative and Flashes and Brilliance. Maritime Vibe Check!
Fresh version.
When the lights come on and the magic begins,
There's a crew behind the scenes that always wins.
Maritime Creative. They set the stage.
From sound to lights to video waves.
Big show, small space, doesn't matter a bit.
They show up, they glow up, they make it all lit.
No panic, no chaos, just smooth, clean flow.
They take a wild idea and make it glow.
need a vibe, they build it.
Have a dream, they get it.
From spark to spotlight, they never forget it.
I trust them, I love them, they come on through.
Maritime Creative, that's the real stuff, boo.
So if you want your moment to rise and shine,
Call the crew that always gets it right every time. It's Maritime. Got gold? Got silver? Got a drawer full of what even is this? Then it's time to cash in with Flashes and Brilliance, Northeast Florida's most trusted gold buyers. They're not just buying gold, they're buying silver, rare coins, fine watches, estate jewelry, and all the sparkle you forgot you had. Don't just sit on your treasure. Turn it into cash today. Call John and Steph, the pros who make it easy. 904-540-7617. It's fast, it's friendly, it's Flashes and Brilliance, because your buried treasure belongs in your bank account. I'm reading Misty's comment here. My dog doesn't like my husband coming near me. That's a loyal dog right there.
And look at Barbara Jean. She's already recognizing the National Day to Love Your Pet. She said, I had to leave the show for a couple minutes to go get a face full of boxer kisses. kisses.
Oh, wait, does Barbara Jean, you have a boxer dog?
She had her neighbor that comes by, gives little kisses.
Oh, Pupperdew.
All right, speaking of Pupperdew, that made no sense.
No.
Limelight gets a little savage. Listen to this, Sonnies. If you ever said, let's handle this like adults, then immediately do not handle it like adults, then this play is for you. Limelight Theater is bringing the deliciously chaotic, razor-sharp, dark comedy God of Carnage to the main stage March 5th through March 15th. And let me tell you, civility is about to clock out early. Two sets of parents meet to calmly discuss a playground fight between their sons, polite, civilized, and reasonable. And then it turns and it unravels. What starts as herbal tea and diplomacy turns into emotional dodgeball. Reputations crack, manners evaporate, humanity gets exposed under fluorescent lighting. And it's witty, it's uncomfortable, and it's, oh no, that's me energy. And honestly, that is theater at its juiciest.
And this production is in very capable hands. It's directed by the brilliant Angela McCook, a Flagler College grad, longtime theater director, and major creative force in Northeast Florida. She understands ensemble storytelling, so you know the chemistry on the stage is going to be electric.
Listen, it's an all-star lineup. Go for that cast list, Mel.
So here's the cast. Kathy O'Brien as Veronica Novak.
Yeah, Kathy!
John O'Leary as Michael Novak. Hunter Showalter as Alan Raleigh.
Awesome.
Leah Page as Annette Raleigh. Several of them have deep ties to local art scene and Flagler College. So this is hometown talent bringing big stage intensity.
I'm telling you, I'm really excited about this show. It's a very, very cool introspective look on how parents and kids, and it's a great, great dark one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, so check that out. Go to Limelight Theater, and we tag them in comments if you guys want to go to the show. It's definitely one to show up and show out for.
True story.
All right. Oh, remember we had the St. Augustine Orchestra on?
Yes.
Remember how they talked about how they have a young artist that they highlight?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they finally announced who the young artist is this year. This is really good. The St. Augustine Orchestra has announced one of its 2026 Young Artists Concerto Competition co-winners. And let me tell you, it's not just talent, it's a trajectory. Meet Khalil Payne, a cellist, a senior at the University of North Florida, a man who picked up the cello at 11 and said, yes, I would like to make everyone emotionally devastated for audiences for a living. I love that. And now he's stepping onto the stage as featured soloist performing Elgar's Cello Concerto in E minor, blah, 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 can't get through that, which is a lot of words here, which if you know your classical music, it's not background music, it's sweeping, it's intense, it's goosebumps and informal wear. This isn't just a student recital, it's a young artist standing in the spotlight with a full symphony behind him. That's big energy.
And his resume is already sparkling. He has performed at Carnegie Hall with the
Wow.
Honors Performance Series Symphony Orchestra, which is basically like the Olympics of the orchestral world.
You know what Carnegie Hall.
Yes, he has also appeared on national television, including Sister Circle, Atlanta and Company, and Fox News 5.
Sister.
Yeah, no, Sister Circle. His accolades includes prize winner at the Omega Sci-Fi Talent
Very
Hunt.
good, Mel.
Thank you. Participant at the YOLA National Festival in Los Angeles. And here's the flex. He's a two-time winner of the UNF Orchestra Concerto Competition.
Good gracious.
Which is the
amazing.
maximum allowed during undergrad. That means he maxed it out. in
I
excellence.
love this because it's a reminder that mastery is built over the years. What's that number? Is that like 10,000 hours?
Yeah.
It's like 1,007.6 billion,
Right. He
5 trillion.
started practicing and playing at 11 years old. Imagine the time that he's put into
Wow.
this, right?
That's crazy. This
and
is
that
extraordinary.
concerto piece that he's going to play is known for its emotional depth, especially that final movement. It's dramatic, reflective, and powerful. So when our young artists are given a space to shine, our communities absolutely grow richer. We're literally investing in the soundtrack of our future. I think this is really, really cool.
That's really cool.
So mark your calendars, Friday, March 13th, 7:30 p.m. over at Tokoi Creek High School. Great theater. Khalil Payne will perform as a featured soloist in the St. Augustine Orchestra. Show up and show out and support that young man. That's awesome.
Yeah, this is so cool.
This is so cool, but you want to talk about something that's not so
here
cool?
we go.
Oh, Mel's ready.
Let's get into this conversation.
thoughts.
Listen, my sunny honeys in the comments, we need some opinions
Grace.
here. Okay, coffee controversy. We literally apparently we have 1,100 coffee houses in this town. So coffee controversy and the children. It's a sign, Susan. It's a sign. All right. We have officially reached the point where a coffee sign is being blamed for the moral collapse of civilization. A sign, yes. The county overturned the denial of a St. Augustine coffee shop's branding, and now some local evangelical voices are preaching that the word on the sign is inappropriate, harmful to children, and possibly the gateway to drugs and a life of crime. Oh. Dramatic.
Okay.
What?
A latte leading the larceny. Okay, listen. They are a 459. Oh, we are a 459-year-old city that survived pirates, plagues, prohibition, and spring break. And now we're trembling over a national coffee chain's spicy adjective. This isn't really about coffee. It's about values, visibility, and making things family friendly. The county commissioners. Oh, by the way, I'm talking about Badass Coffee, okay? It's a Hawaiian coffee company that just moved into town, and people are loving it.
Yeah.
And they have this big sign in town that says "Badass" with a donkey coffee.
A donkey.
Right.
So get it?
Okay.
Yeah.
The county commissioners voted 5-0, so unanimously, because the sign meets the code. The size is fine, the lighting is fine, the placement is fine. Legally, there was no basis to deny it, but culturally, woo, child, that's where the espresso shot starts to bloodstream. Okay, so, some say it's edgy branding, some say it's offensive, some say it's corrupting the youth. Meanwhile, the youth are on TikTok, so let's breathe on that.
Yeah.
It's a sign, it's a sermon, it's a syllabus, and a gateway to Grand Theft Auto, apparently. But this conversation starter, and apparently, this is a powerful one. People are very testy about it.
Guys, okay, so here's the deal. All right, so they're upset about the sign. The company is called Badass Coffee Company.
Correct.
Started in Hawaii.
Correct.
All right. Here's my whole thing. These kids, if people want to, these evangelical, I'm so aggravated, I can't even say it. These people are all up in arms about the word badass. These kids you're talking about play on TikTok. They play on Instagram. They're around their friends.
Yeah.
Okay, I can guarantee they hear words in the playground at school and on the school bus.
Yeah.
And if you're offended by the word badass,
Especially if they
then
hung out with me.
Maybe you shouldn't watch TV. Maybe you shouldn't have social media. Maybe you shouldn't pay attention to anything. Go live in your
They're
little blenders.
saying the sign is close to a school.
So
and
there's other signs close to a school, and some of these teachers, if you want to go there, some of the teachers that teach your kids in these schools, they have worse behavior out in public because I've seen them out at bars doing things they probably should not be doing. They put it on
it's
their
not just
social
the
media.
teachers. There are lots of adults in these children's lives who
Correct.
are probably doing things that
That's what
are,
I'm saying.
don't
get hung up on a sign. It's just a word. There's so many other words in the English language.
I mean, I grew up with like adult bookstores down the street. You know
Yeah.
what I
With
mean?
my
Like
high
you just
school-
were like, "What was that?" And my mom was like, "No."
Here we go.
Right.
So my high school, in less than 3 miles from where my high school is, there was a strip club.
Right.
Yeah.
It was called Sugars.
And here's me being the word nerd that I am. Ass is actually a term. It's
Yes.
a technical term for a donkey.
Right.
So, like, use this as a lesson to teach your children about words because
Yeah.
people are, kids nowadays use so many slang words and they use like abbreviations
Right,
to
right,
actually
right,
talk.
right,
Like the
right.
fact that people say LOL and now they say lol. Like,
Yeah.
there are
So-
actual words we can use this. This is like a history lesson that they could be using, honestly.
And first of all, if you go on social media, these kid influencers, I'm just going to do this. The stuff they say, the
Yeah.
stuff they wear, you want to be as worried about a sign, maybe you should look at what your kids are wearing
Mel,
out in
I'm going to
public.
back you up a little bit
Go
here,
ahead.
Boo, because I feel like it's a little bit of a generalization what you're saying, because you're saying all kids, all TikTok, blah, 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 blah. There are a concentrated amount. I mean, there's some homeschool children that really aren't really meshed into society
But
like
the
what you're
school near
talking
this
about.
coffee place is not a homeschool
That
co-op.
is correct. That is correct.
There's a big difference there.
Well, and then I'm just saying what the other side of the
And
fence is saying.
They can have their opinion
They're
too.
driving down the street
But-
and they're seeing that, and then they have to explain to their kids what ass means.
But
like Ixiim said, it's a donkey. It's
Yeah,
actual.
I think anything like this is a moment that a parent can use to have a conversation with their child. Honestly,
Educate.
you can't protect your children from everything. They're going to be exposed to things when they're not around you, and I think better that they're exposed to something that might be funny, and they use this as a chance to educate them. Like, have a conversation. I think having these opportunities, it just creates a moment where that parent.
I mean, if
can
somebody
actually,
called me a
like,
badass, that's a compliment
I
for
think,
me.
to be
I mean,
honest,
like, yeah.
I think people are just
But they're never going to change, so I don't even know
No,
why
but
we're
I
on a
think-
soapbox and
I-
yelling at them
yeah.
because they're not going to change
I
at
just
all.
think
It's just
people
it's a
are
reality
way
that's
too
going to be.
offended, and they need to everybody just calm it down.
But they're not going to. So how
So
do you?
then
But
go
my
in your
question
church
is,
and leave it alone.
But my question is how do you go through society and learn how to dance with people and making sure that everybody has some sort of form of respect? And that's just basically what they're saying is that this sign is very disrespectful.
But it's disrespectful that this group of people want that sign taken down, but that's the business's name.
Right.
Correct.
But you want to tell them it's disrespectful that you have your sign up? Like, come on, guys. I could walk down the road and see signs, and to me, it could be
I
offensive.
mean, we all know there's been some signs that have been along the bayfront for several years that
Yep.
say worse than badass.
Yes.
You're
you
absolutely
are
right.
correct.
And where were
Ixiim.
they-
I'm
were they upset
really
about
glad.
that?
I'm
No.
really proud that you brought that up because you are absolutely right that filthy house that's over that's
Yep.
on the bayfront there's like the
Oh,
F
yes.
bomb that's on there
But
like on
nobody
signs.
gets
because
up
of
in arms
First
about
Amendment
that.
rights, right?
Right.
So very good. So, I mean,
That's a very interesting
Yeah, that's
point
a
that
good
you brought
point.
that up. Yeah.
So-
I think I agree with Mel and I agree with Ixiim. Everybody needs to calm down. It's
Yeah.
just a sign, and ass means donkey.
Yes.
So back it up.
back
donkey.
it up, people.
Everybody just calm down.
Yeah. All right,
No,
let's
no.
get into this little shakedown. That's speaking of Bayfront. We're over at.
Yeah.
Let's go over to Trade Winds for a second. Cocktails,
no.
chaos, and consequences.
Hey.
So it's Saturday night at Trade Winds. Local favorites meeting, cocktails flowing, vibes are high, and then an out-of-town typical gentleman decides he
no.
wants to wrestle literally everyone in the room. Patrons, check. Bouncer, check. Police, yep. Even the EMTs trying to help, double check. The result, a 49-year-old dude allegedly turned a quiet night into a full-on manual replay of everybody fight somebody and ended up handcuffed, hobble-legged, and booked after tussling and basically every living soul in sight. No serious injuries, thank God, but plenty of disbelief. Sonnies, sometimes the only thing standing between a good night and a viral headline is knowing when to stop swinging.
Police were called around 10:30 p.m. after reports that the suspect was harassing and threatening patrons inside Trade Winds
Rude.
Lounge. The bar's bouncer tried to escort the man out, but the man allegedly said, "Hold my beer, watch this shit."
Yeah.
Okay, and he allegedly struck and pushed the bouncer before resisting arrest.
Yeah.
So officers had to use a diversionary strike to gain compliance when he advanced towards them aggressively and continued resisting. Even after being handcuffed, you guys, the suspect allegedly kicked a firefighter and hobbled, and had to be hobbled before being transported.
What does he
to
have,
the
rabies?
jail.
Good gracious.
Oh my gosh, this is just ridiculous. Okay, Sonnies, let's all remember a good time never requires a brawl. If your
Thank
Saturday
you.
story
Yes.
ends up with hobble straps and booking numbers, no. Drink some water,
Golly.
breathe, take a step back, relax.
All right,
my
let's
God.
go say hey to Old Town Trolley, where they're nice.
Yeah.
Ding, ding. Sit back and relax and take it easy, baby, and let it go as Old Town Trolley's licensed and talented tour conductors share over 500 years of St. Augustine history. Guests will enjoy the city's European flavor, brick-lined streets, and sites such as the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Henry Flagler's former Ponce de Leon Hotel. This 90-minute tour features 22 stops and covers more than 100 points of interest. Guests can use their ticket all day for on and off reboarding. You got to check out hometownpass.com. New Year, same face? Absolutely not. St. Johns County and St. Augustine, it's time to put your best face forward with About Face Aesthetics. The Legends of Glow are back with their Friday facials featuring the new Fassage, their signature face massage that has locals buzzing. And if you're ready to level up your skin game, listen closely. They've got prepaid trio packages. That's pure main character energy. These 3 high-level treatments are for a very special price. And if you want more, because of course you do, boo, load up on the Beauty Bank and score 20% off of prepaid packages, or go boldly with buy 2, get 1 free, because glow should never come alone. You gotta go check out this new year, a new glow, and some iconic faces at aboutface.guru. Book it today, boo. We'll see you there. Guys, who likes Reese's peanut butter cups?
Me.
Woo, child. Ready for this one?
I'm afraid.
All right. right. Let's see. The grandson of the genius who invented our beloved Reese's Peanut Butter Cup has taken to social media to publicly call out the Hershey Company, claiming your favorite treat doesn't taste the same because the company is secretly cheapening the chocolate and peanut butter in some Reese's products. He says the classic roots matter and that the brand is losing its soul one compound-coated candy at a time. And honestly, that sounds so dramatic, but it's also kind of tragic. If your candy memories involve instant bliss, meanwhile, Hershey says, relax. The OG peanut butter cups are the same as ever. They're just experimenting with new shapes and sizes for fans. So the big question on everyone's sugar buzz mind is, do Reese's really taste differently now?
Well, Brad Reese, he's the grandson, he publicly shared a letter calling out Hershey's. They swapped real milk chocolate and peanut butter for cheap substitutes.
Yeah.
In certain products like mini hearts and candy variants, he says it's a betrayal of the original recipe's legacy. I'll tell you what, I do agree.
I think they're
I
different.
agree with him.
I don't like the minis. I like the holiday ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The holiday
ones
The
is more
Christmas
special.
tree ones.
The Christmas trees, right now they're hearts for Valentine's, no, they're
Yes.
hearts of past.
The
but
egg.
the eggs, the pumpkins,
Yeah.
whatever they are, they're phenomenal.
Right.
Because the peanut butter to chocolate ratio is so much better, and the ingredients taste fresher. So I
Yeah.
do think there is a difference.
So
I don't
they
like the little
switched
ones.
out like the chocolate is some sort of like something, but they're using peanut butter creme as opposed
Well,
to
because
peanut
I
butter.
think too things are so expensive, so they're skimping on it. But then that's I'm with the
Yeah.
grandson. Don't
Yeah.
mess with it.
Don't skimp on this one. I still
Yeah.
think that people will find a way to buy Reese's peanut butter cups because they're so iconic. Like
Yeah. There's something different about them though, because if you get a peanut butter
They
cup from
are
any other
different.
brand, like some
Yeah.
of those off
Yeah,
brands,
yeah.
they're
No bueno.
they're
no
not
bueno,
good.
no
So
bueno.
Don't mess with it, Reese's. Leave it as it is.
Don't
Leave it alone.
mess with the
Leave our
best.
peanut butter cups alone.
True story.
All right, Sonnies, hang on today. We're going to go a little bit over, but go ahead, Mel.
All right, so here are the Friday. It's a song that feels like sunshine. Miss Shaka Khan herself. Ain't nobody
Loves me better. Yes.
Yes.
Shaka Khan is so on point still.
I
know.
Like, she is still with it, fierce, fabulous. Yeah.
I
So
know
producers struggle with the complex drum machine pattern. Now that's legendary. And she, yep, there we go. Ugh, I don't want to do All Star. I hate that song.
All right, we'll get into sunshine shenanigans. How about that?
Yeah.
All right, gather round.
No! Stop doing that to me.
Today's story smells faintly of petty revenge.
Oh, my favorite.
So allegedly, somewhere in the great humid kingdom of Florida, a woman decided that she reached her limit. Now, we don't know her, we do not endorse her, but we do understand her creative writing skills. Apparently, after a breakup that did not end in mutual Pinterest quotes and a sage burning, she took to Craigslist and posted her ex's phone number in a headline, "Free goat, very loud. Pick up after midnight." Now, first of all, after midnight, that's villain poetry.
Yeah.
She allegedly described the goat as needy, terrible with commitment, occasional eating things that it shouldn't, and requiring constant attention, which honestly sounds less of a farm animal and more like her former boyfriend. Within hours, the ex reportedly beginning receiving dozens of late night calls. Is the goat available? Does he travel well? Will he scream if I approach him?
See how it's broken.
My personal detail
Right?
voicemails are beginning with "bah." Now, here's where we pivot to the comedy, the consequences. Who someone could actually be arrested for this? The
Oh.
short answer is yes. Posting someone's personal number online to encourage harassment can fall under cyber harassment, misuse of electronic communications, or even stalking statutes, depending on the state, especially if it causes repeated unwanted contact or distress.
I better retract what I'm about to do today then.
So while the goat is comedic gold, the law does not laugh. And here's the part that makes it more believable. The police do not usually show up because of one prank listing, but if someone receives dozens and dozens of calls, feels threatened, files a report, and it's proven intentional, there are charges that can come in. Petty revenge can turn into a misdemeanor faster than you can say livestock. Now, do I condone it? No. Do I understand the theatrical impulse? Of course. My God, I'm a Scorpio. But let's a reminder, Sonnies, that if you are heartbroken, write a journal entry, maybe call your bestie, or eat some carbs. Let's not create a goat midnight
Have a Reese's.
marketplace.
Oh my God,
right.
eat a Reese's. Maybe she was just hungry.
Maybe she was just
But I'm not
hangry.
gonna lie, that's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny.
That's
pretty
awesome.
funny.
You know what else is pretty funny?
All
These
right.
letters that I've been getting anonymous. Okay, so this person actually put their name. This is from Mitch.
Oh.
That's all we got was Mitch.
Mitch the bitch.
Dear Mel, ooh, fresh. Dear Mel, my girlfriend said she loves spontaneous adventures. Yes, he put it in quotes. But every time I suggest one, she asks at least 47 logistical questions. Is it still spontaneous if it's all these questions? How do I say something to her but not hurt her
I got a
vibes?
friend like this. She asks like 900 questions on top of like one statement. It's like, girl, just relax. Like,
Yeah.
stop being a control
Yeah.
freak. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's two types of people, mystery trip people and itinerary people. Neither of them are wrong. They both have their, their rights. But the magic lives in the middle. Tell her one detail, not 20. Example, pack comfy shoes, bring a sweater, trust me. Also, spreadsheets are just anxiety, wearing business casual. So, just and if she keeps asking questions, just say, fine, we're not going.
Like a layer of mystery there might
Yeah,
be just
and
lean into
do
the
it.
surprise. Ladies don't like to be surprised sometimes.
I like being surprised.
Yeah?
Anyway.
A lot of my girls like to know the route we're going,
No,
and
I need to know details like, okay, are we inside or outside?
Yeah, that's what I need to
Okay.
know.
You
What
know?
time are we leaving?
Yeah.
And how should I dress?
Yeah.
Sonnies, what's
me
the
that.
one question you need answered if you're going into a surprise situation? Like, what's that one? That's that one question. Put it in comments right now.
Will there be food?
Perfect.
Always from Mel.
All right, weekend vibes. As you step into the weekend, I want you to remember this. You're not waiting for your life to start. You are standing in it right now. Every challenge shaped you. Every slow season strengthened you. Roots grow deep before anything rises. So do not rush your becoming. Nothing powerful is built in panic. It's built in belief. Lift your chin, text a friend, take the walk, start the thing, rest if you need to, dream out loud. The moment you decide not to quit, that's when your future starts speaking louder than your fear. Go into this weekend open-hearted. Expect good news, make space for joy, shine boldly, love greatly, and let the vibe rise to meet you where you stand.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah.
Special thanks to our girl Ixiim for her inspiring segment on the Lunar New Year and National Pet Day. Hey, hey, hey.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. And don't you go drifting off, Sonnies. We'll be back with a sunshine storm at 3 p.m. today.
Hey.
Awesome. We love you guys so much. Hit that share button, and thanks to all of our great sponsors.
Bye,
We love you
guys.
guys.
Bye, boos.